The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
4 years ago, football was not on the radar for Lane Bloom as he decided to pursue a baseball career at Chattanooga State. After one season with the Tigers, the senior linebacker decided to drop baseball and move to Mossy Creek.
I got there, played well in the fall, but kind of had a feeling that I just wasn't where I belonged, wasn't happy where I was, and started kind of thinking about my options and talked to my dad and let him know that I didn't want to go back the next year. So asked for a red shirt in the spring, and then went from there, redshirted, called Coach Iruli, and he told me kind of the offer still standing if I wanted to come to Carson-Newman.
Bloom entered the Carson-Newman football program with linebacker Brandon STATON. The duo had a personal competition from day one to perform that has helped each other become a starter on defense.
Both had to wait our turns, but we both sat back and we learned the defense and learned from older guys such as Eric Kane and Kyler Fry and stuff like that. And Lane is probably one of the most cerebral players out on the field. He's the guy who gets us lined up. He's the one constantly making plays. The proof's in the pudding on that aspect.
Fellow linebacker Graham Warren picked up baseball for the Eagles last season, and the similarities between the two are glaring. Recalling a game from a season ago, Warren explains how their bond extends off of the playing surface.
There's been instances where I've gotten injured and he's gotten to get more opportunity, and every time he does, it seems like he's excelled in that opportunity, and it's been awesome. It helps a lot that we're best friends, so when he does well, I'm there for him, and when I do well, he's there for me. I remember, for instance, last year at Newberry when he had one of the best plays of the year on defense. It was a game-sealing sack. I was actually out there on man coverage, and I was one of the first ones there to tackle him, and joy for him because I was just so happy. He had a kind of a rough day earlier that day. Before the game, he got in a car wreck, and it was cool to see how down he was before the game to how happy and ecstatic he was after the game.
Special teams has provided playing time for numerous Eagles over the years, and despite a season away from the gridiron, Bloom used his opportunity on special teams to solidify a spot on defense.
Special teams was my one shot, It was my one shot to even get on the field. So my first game I actually got to play in, I went and I traveled because I was a backup on kickoff, and the guy in front of me got hurt, and I got my shot, and then just from there I got to keep on playing special teams. So, it's been a heck of a ride, and it's not been an easy one, to say the least at all, because even last year, I started first game last year and then ended up just subbing in and playing in every game, and then I got to play a lot come playoffs. But this year's been interesting, to step in the role as a starter from game one and just kind of see how it's kind of built off of each year. And I'm happy the way it's worked out. Granted, like I said, it hasn't been easy. It's been just like a kind of a step-by-step process. But that's why I tell every guy who comes in, special teams isn't a joke. It's if you want a way to get on the field, that's the fastest way to make it happen. And I think the coaches just realized that, I just wanted to do whatever it takes. If I don't mind to give up my body, I don't mind to run full speed. So, if that's what's going to get me there, then so be it.
Bloom's tale is a perfect example for younger players in football and in life to seize an opportunity when one is presented. The former baseball standout said that he is thrilled about his decision to come to Carson-Newman and believes that God's plan led him to the banks of Mossy Creek. For the Ken Sparks Show, I'm Michael Wottreng.